afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacast. Me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda, the only sanctioned source of companies to entertainment, off here to our 1 vs 1 on Crossroads. In the north, it is Artavick fighting for America, freedom, democracy. The 3rd Armored Division tasked with breaking through this Nazi-infested wasteland under the command of CjCitizen, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, here to secure and hold sacred German soil for the Wehrmacht. Forming up here, the Panzerdivision with Mechanized assault, double infantry, Panzerfaust versus heavy cavalry, armour, and airborne. Triple infantry there for Artavick. Also a big thanks to Patrick for donating and supporting to the Mighty Propagandacast. Big thanks to you, Patrick. You're part of my company, heroes, so thank you very much for your support. It is most appreciated. So we got a solid start here for CjCitizen as he hits back against the Americans already. At least 6 as he hit back. Artavick there with Dog Rifleman, looking of course to gun down any krauts that might, besmirch his very eyesight. Assault goes moving out there. MG42 backing up here. CjCitizen sets out aggressively. The assault was there, of course, equipped with the very stalwart MP40 submachine gun, also colloquially known as the Schmeisser, though technically Schmeisser himself had nothing to do with it. Little fun fact there. More assault gunners out there for CjCitizen. Up north here, Pioneers versus Rearsen's got M1 carbines there versus more MP40s. Soldiers moving in there. There's also a bit of securing here with MG4 sitting up, rifling in there. 3rd Rifle Squad on the way there for Artavick. Standard stuff here so far. Probably single lieutenants went off, and there go Rifleman trying to go for a bit of flank there, encountering instead an MG42 ready to host down any Yankees with some good German lead. Pioneers as rear echelons. The soldiers falling back. Seizing the point here. I'm guessing this Sultan is basically, rather than trying to find engagement here where he probably feels like it's going to be pointless, he might just try and swing over here against the Rearsen's in the west, take them out, and maybe bait the Rifle into an engagement. The Assault Grenadiers can win better. I'm also guessing this is going to be part of a tier 2 rush here from CjCitizen. I mean, while most commonly go for like a bunch of Pioneers and MG42s, CjCitizen here sort of shows the other way, which is going for Assault Grenadiers, and then you go for tier 2, and then Panzer to sort of work with the Assault Grenadiers, meaning you got a lot of rapid fire weapons, so that way take on the Yankee Doodles here. Reasons there being routed there under heavy fire from all of these assault troops, baiting in the troops, of course, at the same time it's going to be tricky for them to deal with them, but at the same time it does draw away forces from there. Rifleman popping in here, threatening CjCitizen's carve point. He'll probably have to get the MG4 done there to host, keep the watch on. We got triple Assault Grenadiers, so perhaps not quite as fast a tier 2 rush there from CjCitizen as I'd hoped. But again, note that we sort of trying to just keep him okay there, trying to bait him in, and maybe sort of set up for some sort of situation there. Soldiers rushing in there, MG4 setting up as well here. Quickly stopping the MG4 to opening up as well, which one's going to set up here, and there we go, the Rifleman have to, get out of there one way or the other before they end up quite dead. I imagine there'll be some take-up soon here for CjCitizen. This is going to be one of the very few people, in fact, probably the one first to see they go for like 4 Assault Grenadiers, which would be a bit on the banana side. But there you go, take-up for CjCitizen. You can see there's a fuel and manpower drop there. Retreating here, I guess, figuring he can't get close to the Rifleman, at least one of them, without, getting his men cut to ribbons. MG4 sitting up here in the house to sort of cover that area against any Yankee doings. Very good there, but again, no rule. He could have tried to fight here with the initial Assault Grenadier squad, but likely would have lost since, Assault Grenadiers can struggle a bit in those situations. Instead, he tried to just draw them away there, allowing him to then move to secure the area here instead. So that was, I would say, some solid maneuvering there by CjCitizen. I believe he's a rank 40. The Wehrmacht playing 1 versus 1. He's roughly ranked 30 and 2 versus 2 as well with the Wehrmacht. So this fellow knows his Wehrmacht stuff. More trout here for Artavick, obviously in response to the MG42, likely anticipating being set up here. So good move there for Artavick. Some players from the American side tend not to be huge in mortars, but they can be quite helpful and quite nasty if they actually know how to use them. Rather than that, caught by the MG42, like to make a nice company up there. No immediate Panzer Grenadier here for CjCitizen. Probably going to be some 2-2s, who knows what else. Rather than being faced with a volume of fire they simply can't quite handle. There you go, Assault Grenades on the retreat path, and full wipe there. Beautiful stuff there, beautiful stuff. It's a bit tricky there to really get that to work, but certainly with the Assault Grenades you do get more grenades off, so it's like better sort of chance to wipe up in that sense. They're kind of like the S-mines, which are also better at wiping retreating in than regular mines, because again you just have multiples on them, so whatever retreat bonus units might have tend to get less impressed or useful against that when there are multiple explosions. So nice work there by CjCitizen. Assault is moving from the other side, trying to catch the Artavick's forces off one by one, and that way just overwhelm them with sheer firepower here. Small infantry blitz by CjCitizen. Thorough work there, and that's going to buy Artavick's gone for the captain. So what Would have been, I would say, one of the more common picks, but just going for like, you know, the 50 cal there is going to have to do a half track instead, because otherwise, I mean, the assault grenadiers is likely just going to keep maneuvering until they can catch Artavick's infantry in a bad spot and murder them. At the same time, the Artavick may go progress there on the right hand side, seizing the fuel point away there from CjCitizen. Machine gun moving up aggressively again. He's aware of the mortars rather than just trying to keep the machine gun in one place and obviously just get it mortared. He's now using it more actively, aggressively, making it harder for Artavick just to, you know, hose it down with mortar fire. Nothing happening on the right to Mechanized. We got Mechanized assault groups ready there. We go straight into them. He may have to go for Panzer strikes down the road once the half track hits, so he's going to have to need 2-2s or Pack 40s there, because otherwise the half track is going to give CjCitizen there a grievous amount of grief. And MG40 that's going to be forced to retreat. Still, overall some nice guts here from CjCitizen so far there with his assault grenadiers. True believer in the Blitzkrieg. Mechanized assault group here going for the cat and catching in a pretty awkward spot there. Assault rifles flying out of the half track there. Follow up, of course, with a machine gun on the front. A lot of lead being poured in the general direction there of Artavick's senior officer. Small chance of wipe here, depending on how aggressive he gets. We got the half track out there. That's going to pretty much put a stop there to CjCitizen's half track. There we go. I'm not entirely sure how he intends to get out of this, and I think he doesn't realise he can't, so I think he just sort of kept driving ahead there, hoping somehow a solution presented itself. It did, and he lost the half track. Didn't quite get the captain either, so that wasn't quite well there for CjCitizen. Of course, now doesn't have any anti-tank weapons either. So, a bold gambit, but one that obviously ran into a bit of a particular issue. Ambulance out there for Artavick and the 3rd Armour Division. No doctrine chosen here yet for Artavick. CjCitizen, of course, continuing to head the Mechanized assault path. Medics on the way there for CjCitizen. And there we go, Pioneer suppressed here by Artavick's half track. Assault guns sending out. I'm not entirely sure what they're intending to do this, since obviously they got no chance of doing anything against the half track with MP40s. And unlike regular grenadiers, they don't get access to Panzerfaust, so again, there's not really much they can do there. So right now, CjCitizen is in a pretty awkward spot, since the half track can also do a lot of damage to them. We got smokes in there as well, of course, heavy cavalry. So now, CjCitizen's situation just got a bit more uncomfortable. I'm guessing it's going to be Panzer strikes on the Panzer Grenadier, sort of his best option to deal with a half track, but even then, with its suppression and good range, like if Artavick keeps the half track reasonably supported, it's going to be very difficult for the Panzer strikes to get close enough to really do any serious damage to the half track in a lot of cases. But I mean, if it does work out, it works, and the half track's going to be in a very bad spot. But as you can see that it can suppress them, and once they're suppressed, like the accuracy goes down wildly. Plus, of course, the reload fire, I mean, a rate of reloading. So, I mean, while in this case the rocket did hit, I mean, they could easily just have missed. So we'll see that. I mean, if CjCitizen lucky, though, Artavick does get scared here, but they rubber with the Panzer strikes and Wave players half tech a bit more cautiously, which of course will mean CjCitizen gets more breathing room, and that might well be why I went for it there. Pack 40 would be a good idea. More Panzer Grenadiers would also be a good idea down the road, but still, again, he's got a lot of Assault Grenadiers, so perhaps not as necessary. Seizing points here and there. El Capitan moving up there with a BAR, and there you go, Raffen halted here by the Assault Grenadiers, appearing by the door with an MP40. The German way of greeting unwanted guests by the door, by the way. At least I've heard. Mortar there set up Geballte Ladung, and that's going to be that mortar sent to the Great River Styx. Trying to get the mortar here by the half track. As you can see, there's laying down some heavy fine with the Panzer Grenadiers firing rockets there. It's still in some case there, and here you still see a bit of a weird glitch there is with the mortar crew models. For some reason, I'm not sure why, but normally when you get the skip to sort of another model, the sort of I think it's basically an old Grenadier from Companies 1. But with the mortar crew, for some reason, the skin still sticks, leading to these sort of really weird things. I'm not entirely sure how it's happening, but it's kind of amusing. Anti-tank on the way there for Artavick, but also in a, rather cosmic horror way. M1 anti-tank there slowly around here for Artavick. That's obviously going to help if there's any vehicles CjCitizen might be getting, any tanks, though that's not going to happen right away, I think. MG40 in the resistance. And of course, once he gets taked up, he can begin upgrading his Assault Grenadiers with veteran Scorpions, further improving their lethality. Rather than being slowly murdered out. MG4 to the routed, back here, nothing further going on there for CjCitizen. I mean, he could consider taking up soon. I mean, he's got support weapons, anti-tank guns, infantry aplenty. He's got the resources to take up. So, I mean, trying to get out some armor fast versus Artavick could be an idea there for the German army. But he does have a lot of anti-tank material, both the Pak-40 and the Panzerschrecks. Reasons they're routed by the assault grenadiers, of course, quite formidable opponents up close. This is the MP-40s. The MP-40 was an overall, you know, good start machine gun. In part due to it being pretty easy to manufacture and being reasonably accurate as well. And many nations end up trying to copy their concept for their own, you know, good. Panzerschrecks coming about here, assault guns as the riflemen. Pak-40 shoots, gets good in the half track. Panzerschrecks trying to move in there. Mortar crew in the line of fire once more. This retreating, there you go, rockets flying, not quite hitting anything except maybe a few squirrels hiding out in the bushes. Riflemen, more BRs up there for Artavick, very good. Like we'll be seeing some bazookas for the rear as well down the road. Tech down there for CjCitizen and the German army. Riflemen might extend themselves here. I mean, right now, theoretically, if CjCitizen were to put enough assault grenades on the retreat path here, he could threaten to wipe them out with, say, you know, assault grenades. So that wouldn't be a bad move at all for CjCitizen. He has the assault grenades nearby to do it, but he does not. It would seem they're preoccupied elsewhere as well. Versus Artavick and the 3rd Armoured Division. Now, apologies for that hiccup. Assault guns there hosing away. I mean, he can again be upgrading with veteran squad leaders, and he would benefit from sort of slowly doing that. Since, you know, 6-man assault grenadiers are, you know, pretty solid. Okay, instead we got a Stugi out here for CjCitizen. Not a huge fan of that, but I suppose I can see the logic in it. Just provide him with some more immediate anti-infantry presence, even if it's not, like, amazing. So I'm guessing here in this case CjCitizen's figuring it's better than nothing. It also means he's actually now used 3 abilities out of 5 from the Doctrine. We got 1 squad there upgrade with veteran squad. They didn't quite get the full reinforcements done there, so they're just short of the veteran squad leader. Stugi though bombarding the rear echelons with the 75mm high explosive shells. And fun fact, it would have been the early model Stugs that have been using heat rounds, not the Stug Gs, since they actually needed it. And certainly made good use of it when they finally got around 1942 against the Soviets. We were suddenly surprised when the Germans could knock out their tanks from a safer distance. MG42, there was a lot of infantry and sending up his rounds could be an idea. At least getting Stug E up here to support, and there you go. Stug E fires, doing some damage. So far, no kills. Half tech moving in. Now the MG42 there for CjCitizen, not a bad pick at all here versus Artavick's infantry. Want to get the MG42 out. Then Artavick, I mean, could consider like some ranges. Oh, house collapse. That's another rifle squad down there for Artavick. He's actually suffered some heavy loss. That's also a pretty good kill for the Stugi. Rangers out there for Artavick and the 3rd Armoured. Stugi and the Panzerjägers then getting the half track. Can't quite land the hits, and the half track gets away with the 9 kills, 22 for now. Rifleman up in the eastern side. The assault was routed. Could do more in the cemetery there, I think, and also try and pick up that BAR. Panzerjägers held up here by the half track. Unable to push through the storm, but there you go. Pak-40 knocks out the 3rd cylinder gun, but the 2 50 cals on it are still operational. Sherman slowly getting ready there for Artavick. Not trying to sort up for Tiger, or not just purging. I think that's a good move there. As for CjCitizen, taking up soon for some medium armor would be a very good pick there. Maybe some Stug Gs to supplement his Stug E. Seizing the western point here. Also, fun fact about Stugs. Initially, they were actually part of the German artillery branch, because initially, when, you know, the sort of Sanders weapons were trying to shut them out, most of the other branches did not want him. The artillery said, you know what, we'll take him. So Stugs were generally considered, still in fact, they were considered part of the elite of the artillery. So a little fun note there. Soldiers moving about there, close to 2 on that squad. So good. The other chaps had finally gotten their veteran squad leader, which of course means they get more guns and more bodies. Rangers, they did not have a great start here though for Artavick. Sherman mobilised here for democracy. And we got more pioneers there for CjCitizen, probably up repairs, but could also be used to build that support armour quad and keep the other pioneers squad at the front line. Bit of movement here on the right flank. We got the rifle, we got the major there, proving to be a formidable force here for this order to deal with. Also getting another veteran squad there, sehr good. Larger force moving up here. Captain opening up with his BAR from some bushes. Possibly using a few squirrels there as shields from some of the German bullets. Rifle there, maybe trying to push forward. There goes smoke down on the MD42. Nice move there, though perhaps a bit late. Still, pretty much the pressure of the machine gun. In the west, we got rifle. Nowhere to be seen as Panzerjägers and soldiers moving ahead. The half-tech blasting away. The Sherman joining as well. They're forcing a retreat here. With no other tank weapon nearby, the soldiers also have to fall back as they stand no chance. Stugi there, veterans 1-2 killed so far. It's not doing a lot of killing, that's for sure. Except, of course, for those riflemen who got murdered inside of there. Though, for whatever reasons, that did not count. And that can happen. Nope, well, he's using attack round here, I believe, to still use it as artillery. Which, again, early troops kind of were. Though, I mean, it wasn't just artillery they served as. I mean, the assault gun role for the Germans also involved taking on tanks. And such. I mean, they'll find out there. So he's got the ability to build the support core. He isn't doing it yet. Stugi very close to 52. Got the Sherman laying down the smoke screen to cover the advance. Very good there. CjCitizen and the Panzerdivision once more finds himself on the defensive here against the Amerikaner. Ooh, bad spot at the FMD42. Artavick sees it and pops a grenade there. Didn't get a single kill there, but did get, of course, plenty of damage in there. Oh, a soldier's going for the mortar and almost got the entire lot there. And there you go. Sherman moving in. Is he going to try and steal it? Yes, he is going to try and steal it right under Artavick's nose. Artavick is obviously having none of that. He immediately kills the assault grenadiers. A bold maneuver there by CjCitizen, but too bold. Too bold. Just a waste of assault grenadiers in the end. Soldiers moving in there. Bar. Has he spotted the bar there lying about in the ruins? Indeed he has. Grenade assault here on the rifleman. Artillery fire rain down from the Stugi as well. Almost taking out the entire rifle squad. Very good. 4 kills on the Sturmgeschütz. 3 Ausführung E. Panzerjägers moving in. Backed up with the Stugi. Still nothing there for CjCitizen. Panzerjägers up with the Sturm. Doing some nice damage. Got the half to there. Always the bane of those Panzerjägers. Always the bane. Captain easily routed there. By Stugi MG42 combo. Troops sitting out there. We got a pack out on there for Artavick to put more pressure there on CjCitizen. Not bad at all. Is he going to destroy the mortar, or will Artavick grab it? Oh, going for the half to there, almost got it. And before moving up, I mean, Artavick at this point might consider a larger scale assault through here or through here, sort of trying to outmaneuver CjCitizen around the centre, that way negating a part of the strength of it. Well, of course, he could, I suppose, just keep trying to break it with sheer force. Tiger Tank, he's got the command point for that CjCitizen. Is he going to try and stall for it? Looks like it. Straight into Tiger Tanks here. A bold maneuver by CjCitizen. Not a huge fan of it. But, I mean, I guess with the Stugi and everything else, it's sort of panning out. I mean, I'm surprised he's doing so well with the Stugi, to be honest. Just a bit, though. Pack out on the way of Artavick. Not often you see the Stugi, to be honest, from Wehrmacht players. It tends to, well, not see a lot of usage. Rangers this season the point. Captain stopped. Moving westwards there, we got the Sherman in there. Half-tech moving in. That's the half-tech. We stopped that. Sherman in already see, stopping another move from the assault. Another assault from the escort. Monitoring that before they get swiped. Rangers got the fuel point under the neutral. I'm guessing Artavick is going to be stronger for the Pershing. In fact, he's doing quite better at it, despite having already gone for tank compared with CjCitizen, who hasn't, obviously. Certainly highlighting how Artavick's been able to control the map better versus CjCitizen. That's certainly going to make things a lot more awkward for CjCitizen, once they're known as a Pack 40, a pair of Panzer Shakes, and theoretically the Stugi to like try and stall the Pershing while he sets up for the Tiger tank himself. Grenade assault here versus regular grenade. Got some good damage in there, close to the ace level than the assault grenadiers. Back here, troops in reinforcing. I mean, he was going for the Tiger tank. We're looking at roughly 3 minutes at the sort of the current pace versus 2 minutes for Artavick with the Pershing. Meaning it's going to be at least a minute sort of like Artavick going out for the Pershing and CjCitizen. Destroying the house here, just another sort of stronghold there to Artavick. And also just artillery observation post. In fact, a lot of buildings in World War II got knocked out because they, you know, were pretty good like observation posts to the enemy, so they just got knocked out. Little fun fact there. Pack 14 up turned up for CjCitizen. No, that I would say San here is stalling for the Tiger tank here. Soldiers moving ahead here. 7 kills, tearing up the captain up close there. Grierson's making it at the west side. I mean, I hope he takes up after he goes to the Tiger tank. I need to get some tanks out to support it. I mean, oh, that'd be a bit silly. Quick sprint here. Is he going to try and pop some grenades in the treating assault grenadiers or Griersons? I don't think that's quite going to pan out there for CjCitizen. And straight into the fighting position there. MD-42 backed up the Stoogie going for the range for the fuel point. Smokes him down in the machine gun. Good call in there. And there we go. Pershing for Artavick. But again, CjCitizen is theoretically not far off. Stoogie is now closing on HT3. But he needs more manpower for that Tiger tank. Pershing, meanwhile, is mobilized and ready for Artavick and freedom. Victory points lost got 393 versus 376. Pretty close between the two. 10 kills in the Stoogie. Slowly approaching the ace level. Pershing getting the pioneers. Captain taking a nasty hit there. Almost got that southern fuel point. Pack 40 versus German. Oh, smokes went off very good there. But there's another Pack 40. Going to be an issue. Pershing here is not making very fast progress here versus CjCitizen though. Taking a more cautious approach there. In terms of manpower, CjCitizen is at least over a minute away there. Probably 2 if not 3, considering the way he's sort of slowly building up manpower for the Tiger tank. Ace level assault grenadiers there. Stoogie bombarding, and there you go, getting another kill. 12 kills there. It's certainly starting to pick up here. Punch X Pack 40 support going here for the Pershing. None of them are doing any damage though to Artavick's heavy tank there. Grierson's the way to help repair his tank. Probably a good idea there. CjCitizen again. We just sort of slowly moving towards that Tiger tank. Slowly but surely. And he's got Rangers. We got rifling up here against the MD-42, and that's going to retreat. There's a man to pop a grenade, wiping the MD-42. A nasty blow there to CjCitizen, in particular since Artavick could grab it and turn against CjCitizen and his German infantry. Stoogie there, very, very close to the ace level. Pershing count on the left flank, but there you go. Pack 40 supporting there. A push towards the fuel point there. Very good. Very close to the target tank now for CjCitizen. Half a minute. Half a minute. If all goes well. MD-42 they made off with. Parking in the center here. Fire here from the M26 Pershing heavy tank. Seconds away now from the Pershing. Seconds away. Stoogie shoots. Ooh, not quite there. There we go. Tiger tank out here for CjCitizen and the Panzerdivision. Any Stoogies that are in part of the Panzer would probably have been from some training or replacement battalion, which there are 2 armoured versions of that in Normandy, by the way, and some actually had Stoogies. They all had a mix of old French tanks and Panzer IIIs. By the way, 13 kills on the Stoogie. Tiger tank taking 4th hit for the German army. Penalty added. Captain immediately suffering. It's a nasty hit. They're taking off half health and 1 member. Another casualty there from the Tiger tank. 2 kills so far. Pershing meanwhile, again, it hasn't really been sort of used that field effectively. The Artavick has been a bit too cautious, but he certainly has minimised the impact. Meanwhile, CjCitizen is just playing his Tiger tank like a wrecking ball. Immediately goes hard on the offensive with the Tiger tank. And he's immediately also moving up the Stugi to back it up. In fact, he's also using the Tiger tank to just clear up lines of fire. There you go. Half-Tech could finally go down to the Pack 40 Tiger combo. Sherman nearby as well. Oh, Half-Tech survives another time. As the Pack shot goes off the mark there. We got 328 versus 371. Tiger tank going for the Pershing. Assault gunners moving up. Pack 40 also moving to support there. Panzer still on the move. Though they are low on health. Anti-tank moving in, they're doing heavy damage there. 2 CjCitizen Tiger tanks, still no tank buildings there for him. Also, no lots of about to actually put him at doctrinal bingo there versus Artavick. Pioneer suffering heavy losses. CjCitizen is still struggling in the fuel department quite actively versus Artavick, who on hand is not struggling there, though could do with some more tanks. Or tank destroyers probably would be the better choice to help deal with that Tiger tank. A Stugi they're bombarding. Soldiers moving up. Grenade assault here. Oh, he was hoping they could sort of retreat into it. Didn't quite work out, but still the weapon is suffering heavily there. Captain Hall, they might want to try and grab the fuel point as well. Got some motions off here, I think, against the MD-42 there. Yes, indeed. Tiger tank being slowly fixed up. He's got the other pioneers going to assist. They should also get minesweepers in the first one here to help with the repair speed. And they should grab the southern victory point and fuel point as well. Got 303 versus 371. Ooh, our soldiers, they're taking heavy hits to artillery fire and tank fire there. Almost costing CjCitizen the entire unit. Stugi just acting as artillery here from behind the wreckage of the building. Soldiers moving up to flank, try and clear out that MD-4 to regain it for the fatherland. Very good move there. Almost got it, but in this case wasn't quite able to pull it off. Soldiers looked like they were finding him for the southern points there. Sherman lands a nasty hit, then Tiger tank moving ahead. Could clear out the anti-tank in there with a single good hit there. Backed up the Stugi if necessary. Oh, went for the Sherman instead, but the anti-tank in there. Doing quite pension. There you go, we got artillery called in, meaning CjCitizen now has gone for full doctrinal bingo and mechanized assault. We've seen every single ability here being utilized, which is actually surprisingly rare. Of course, some of the buffs to mechanized assault all the time certainly help with that. Almost got the entire rest of the squads there for Artavick, which of course would be a huge setback since they have no real way of repairing the Pershing easily. Anti-tank cleared up, Tiger tank moving up. There we got 1 kill, 8 kills versus 1 versus 6 kills, close to 22 there. Captain going for the anti-tank, because I need to get something to do with it. Stugi joining in, Tiger tank joining in, 14 kills, 11 kills. Pack crew exterminated like rats. Anti-tank there being slowly shot at here by all of CjCitizen's anti-tank weapons and tanks to just destroy it. Jackson on the way there for Artavick. Infantry going moving here for a flank. Very good move there. Those Stugis put them in to sort of stop that, or at least parry that. Tank going here for the Pershing. A bold maneuver here by CjCitizen. Again, he certainly displayed himself as an aggressive armor player, and he succeeds taking out the Pershing. Sherman falls as well here. And the half-track as well. Just a series of shattering blows there against Artavick, leaving him battered and crippled. And he's got the victory upon me, but he just took a beating, a spanking. 16 kills there, veteran T2. It's going to be difficult for Artavick to come back from this, though. I mean, it's not impossible, but I mean, both CjCitizen's armor pieces are heavily damaged, so like, if Artavick plays his cards correctly, you know, to take out the Stugi and the Tiger tank swiftly enough, you know, for some good maneuvers, and maybe, you know, say goes up for heat, takes the path here, and then sort of flanks up behind CjCitizen's main battle line here, he could probably, you know, pull off a recovery. But if he just attacks head on into every single anti-tank and machine gun that, you know, CjCitizen is, you know, ready, I mean, he probably won't, you know, get back from that. But again, if he plays his cards correctly, there is a shot. Plus, I mean, he still has most of the fuel. He has the victory point lead, so there's also potentially just, you know, stalling out for another Pershing, hopefully handling that one better. But we'll have to see. I'll definitely say that CjCitizen got rewarded for playing, you know, aggressively, but not in a reckless way. So thumbs up there. Smokes going off here from Artavick and Freedom. Smokes in there on the MG42. Jackson moving H2 gear firing away there. We got 18 kills on that one. Goes down, so there we go. Artavick is slowly recovering here versus CjCitizen. Showing that he too can play aggressively, though again I would like to see a bit more flanking there, but still he's heading hard. He's looking to just push back CjCitizen as fast as possible. CjCitizen really would benefit from some sort of armor to back up the Tiger tank here and not another Stug. Stug could be an idea, maybe going for a Panther, but whatever he can muster would be a good idea there. There we go, support more cops. We might see Stugs, we might see Panther Force, we might see Osprins. Either way though, CjCitizen is making the right move and it's showing his Tiger tank won't be operating alone. Okay, flying in the southeast, quickly retreating here. Note by the way, all of his assault commanders have actually free. He's also managed to keep them alive throughout the entire match, which is certainly nice as well. Good unit preservation there by CjCitizen. He commits to the regular Panzer IV. Nothing wrong in that. Machine crew there getting plastered with hail fire from the Tiger tank. Directed here from the Jackson tank destroyer. Pack forward the land to return hit. Artavick is close to the second Pershing. Assaults there being hammered by American artillery. Assaults moving up in the retreat path. Might try for another grenade assault here to retreat, or wipe them out on retreat, but guess he figures that wasn't quite worth it. Panther almost done. Pershing is roughly a bit of a minute away. I mean, fuel-wise, he's a minute, but manpower-wise, he needs a bit more to get it. And of course, I mean, putting a lot of reinforcements there on hold, but he could go for a second Pershing then roughly in a minute and a half. Panther 4 there out there for CjCitizen, putting out 2 tanks versus 1 tank destroyer there. Tiger moving up, we've got Rifleman hiding out, hoping the Tiger doesn't see them. But then the Panther 4 spots them, pretty much just pushing out in front of the Tiger tank. A full retreat there from Artavick in the face of German aggression. Seizing the victory point there. Tiger tank, Panther 4 there. On the move, getting a pinwheel machine for the Panzerkampfwagen 4 is very nice. Artavick is still a bit of a minute away from the Pershing. But it does very much seem like he's pinning all of his hope there on another heavy tank to throw back the crowds. Captain almost being taken out in one go. Panther 4 Tiger tank setting out here, aggressively pursuing Artavick as he falls back. Punch is moving in, the machine not opening. In fact, there's nothing to cover. The Jackson against the range, in fact, just took a shattering hit there from the Panther 4 and the Tiger tank almost taken out, but they do somehow still manage to push back the... Oh, no! What was that? That looked like artillery killing them. Was that the pack howitzer? But it doesn't... I have no idea what happened there. They just got murdered by something. At least to me it looked like artillery. He's very close to the Pershing, but again, like, the constant manpower demands is making it difficult just to go for the Pershing, and that can suddenly be the issue there. If, like, you're suddenly in a loss spiral, trying to save up for every tank can be really difficult, because, again, like, you can't really just sit and do nothing, but again, at the same time, you're just sort of constantly being stuck there, bleeding out manpower, so it can be very difficult to, like, go for it safely. More artillery there from CjCitizen and the German army, the Panzer there, Panzer Division, halfway to the east over there for the Tiger tank, which is going to be much harder for the Pershing to really, like, have any effect against. But I'm guessing Artavick here is a true believer in the American way. So you probably should try the American way from another way rather than head on into like every single German gun. Oh, good hit there from the pack howitzer. But yeah, Artavick's situation is pretty grim. I mean, he's barely got any infantry left. Again, he's pinning all of his hopes on the Pershing to somehow part the sea of German infantry and tanks. But CjCitizen looks like he's very much ready to slap down any American Pershing attempt. Major there being blasted. Captain Force got 12 kills there. Pioneers being slowly murdered out. Close there, over there on the pack out there for Artavick. Pershing is so close there for Artavick. So close, but again, will it matter? Will it have an effect? Will Artavick be able to wield it in a manner that will, you know, truly hurt CjCitizen? Or is again just going to drive it straight ahead? Which certainly seems to be what Artavick is looking to be doing, rather than just trying to somehow outmaneuver his opponent. Oh no, he reinforced something. Right. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's slow down the Pershing in further. I mean, he's got 263 points left. So again, like theoretically, if he can handle the Pershing well, there might be a shot. There might be a glimmer of hope on the horizon. A silver lining behind some awfully German-looking clouds.
Send your orders. Send your orders. Armor ready. Under fire.
Good hit there. Got some Wilsons backing out there. It's a bit of a loner sort. We also got to be moving the left flank. I think at this point he should just make one big push either to the far west or to the far east of the field by extending his forces like this further. He's just making it easier for CjCitizen just to like figure out which one does he want to stop hard and then just stop it very hard. Which is exactly what he's done. He like figured, alright, do I worry about the Jackson tank destroyer? Do I worry about the Pershing? I probably worry about the Pershing, and then he sends everything after it. Except maybe a Panther IV to keep things secure here, but like the main thrust of his effort to just snuff out Artavick is going to be after the Pershing. Going westwards with the M26 Pershing. Heavy tank, which would later be downgraded to medium tank if I'm not mistaken. Major taking a nasty hit here. 39 kills in the Tiger tank. Shot bounced off the Tiger tank's 100mm thick armour. S-mounts on the point there, not bad at all. Now the unit lost there for Artavick. Looks like the Major finally bit the dust, and now the rest of his units inside the base could risk being annihilated as well by CjCitizen's Panzerwaffe. Captain there about to get snuffed out, and there you go. Charging into the base there. Ambulance trying to escape death by German armour. Panther gets away. Pack 40 got a smooching down here from Artavick again. Very nice, but I'm not entirely sure what he's hoping to buy time for here by calling in there. I mean, he's got no infantry to bail him out. And his armor's just being cornered here by Panzerschrecks and Tiger tanks. 47 kills by a net Tiger tank. Really good stuff there. Blitzkrieg just in case he somehow still needs to catch up with something. And there you go, Jackson down. Pershing is still about, but that's about it really left there for Artavick. Almost ace-level Tiger there. Go. Artavick surrenders right before that monumental event happens. So there you go, GG, game over. A nasty fight right here on Crossroads between Artavick and CjCitizen with some good displays of mechanized assault by CjCitizen, good assault gun handling. Artavick also did sort of nice early on, but sort of mid-game he sort of began to flow about a bit. He went for a fast Pershing, but in the end I feel like he just didn't handle it very well. He handled it too passively, which made it much easier for CjCitizen to handle him. And also he failed to like flank and outmaneuver CjCitizen, which again further allowed CjCitizen to sort of slow down Artavick and buy time for his own Tiger tank. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this matchup. Learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. You're all a wonderful audience. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.